sometimes it's difficult to manage and coach schoolboys and schoolgirls. The attention span drifts every 6 to 8 minutes. So you've got to keep them on their toes, give them regular reminders.
Yes.
Waterford now, trying to give another reminder to Jamaica College. They would have none of it then. Want to make some patient progress from the back. Just spraying it around. Walker has it now. But again, Andre Johnson bearing down on him. Oh, that was well done. And again, to the rescue. Michael Harrison for Waterford. Lovely build up by Jamaica College once again. And Harrison just touching that one behind for corner kick number 2 of the contest to Jamaica College.
Well, good movement there by Jamaica College. A skip over that let in. Here's a man that's trying to walk on left, being attended by that number 16 again. But look at this little path. Go. And he's overlapping. Messam comes one time. Hook square to the far post, headed on. And here comes the corner, Spencer.
Andre Messam has it now. And another follow-up effort that time. Theo Campbell from that corner kick. And JC then sounding 2 ominous warnings in about 30-35 seconds.
Yes, 20 minutes on the clock. 5 shots on goal by Jamaica College. Up to that last effort, all 4 shots dead on target. All 4 shots stopped by goalkeeper Harrison.
Either team blessed with players who can score, have the ability. You look at the JC lineup, Ashani Walker, 14 goals, Nicholas Scott, 10 goals. Messam has the capacity to score as well. What about Waterford? Andre McFarlane, 11 goals. Theodore Thomas, 4 goals. The captain, Rohan Daly, 6 goals. So they've got players spread around the park who certainly can find the target. Andre Messam, that effort there. And then Theo Campbell for Jamaica College, the number 9. JC now having some defensive duties to do. Back with the live action. This is Waterford now. Andre McFarlane had Messam in close attendance.
And just a variation of attacks of both teams, Spencer. We have seen 3 long throws from Waterford through Higgins, and they're hitting their mark. They're getting to his teammates inside that penalty area. They're trying to possess the ball and then finish. I suggest that they try and deflect one of them one time. Here comes another, but this winter holds very well.
Either goalkeeper has been called upon to, yes, very competent, has been called upon on a couple of occasions to pull off a few saves, more so. Michael Harrison of Waterford. Yes. Here comes Jamaica College again now, trying to raid enemy land. They're doing quite well so far. Andre Powell under the challenge. Michael Harrison back in the Waterford lineup now for this final. Did not play in the semi-final last Saturday against Norman Manley. It was O'Shane Jones who was in the goal for that semi-final. Here comes JC again now. Infraction committed right in front of Mr. Referee Ali Mackenzie.
Eyes wide open, referee Mackenzie, close to the play, seen it, calling it, kick to Jamaica College.
Andre Messam resets the offensive thrust in a jiffy. And the captain, Ashani Walker. Good challenge coming in from Waterford. The big central defender, Marlon Higgins.
Powerful number 9. This is number 5. Powerful player. Just walks forward as the defensive players for Waterford do. Very tall, statuesque in their stance.
Oh yes, and Britton and Higgins, the 2 central defenders for Waterford, 2 big players. Very strong as well. Very sturdy around the back there for Waterford. JC have it again now in the shape of a Dane Gray. They spread it wide now. Messam has some options. Theo Campbell. Andre Powell also joined the scramble as well. The upshot of all this is that Darren Britton just comes across for Waterford now and resets their offensive thrust from his defensive third. What will Waterford do now? Theodore Thomas has it. Middle of the park, Rohan Daly the captain.
Lot of space and time.
Acres of room.
Looking for that final pass. Looked up, but McFarlane drifted to the right, and Dumali didn't get into position as we have the number 20 player here for Jamaica College down on the pitch.
It's a right full back, Andre Powell.
Shows his hip, his left hip. Seemed to just get a knee there when he came into a challenge a few moments ago.
Here it is again.
Accident. It was nothing malicious, nothing intentional. Just the bumps of this game called football. Dr. McDowell makes his way onto the pitch. A few strides behind. Ian Forbes, the manager, trying to catch up, but brings water to his other players and I think a little bit of advice.
Dr. McDowell, consultant, orthopedic surgeon. And one thing is noticeable, you know, Clyde, even at the Premier League level and at the schoolboy level, you have some teams, they have the full range of supporting cast.
Yes.
In terms of the sports medicine team, they have a fitness trainer, physiotherapist, medical doctor, equipment manager, and all those positions form important pieces of the puzzle.
Yes, sports management and organization is a large chunk of football or sports general performance and consistent performance. It's easy to be injured. It's hard to recover from an injury and harder yet to perform at peak fitness and performance throughout the season. And a lot of work behind the scenes by many persons who you don't know their names or their attributes, but very important in the entire puzzle called sports.
Well,
it's a big industry.
Two names we certainly know are the two gentlemen we saw earlier.
Oh, yes.
Dr. McDowell and Ian Forbes, the manager of Jamaica College. He's been the manager for a number of years now, Ian Forbes. He's really supported this team.
And both senior professionals in their field.
Oh, yes.
And you're talking about under 19 high school players that demand the sport, demands professional at every level.
And
good for
demand
the game.
some father figures in the management unit as well.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely wonderful. Even their first aid kit made them look like a real professional outfit.
Very important. Very important to have the image, to look the part, to play the part, most importantly, to be the part. Here comes another long throw from Higgins, number 9 for Waterford.
Again, he gets some purchase on this one. Rohan Daly has it, can strike it from this angle, under some pressure though. Was forced to turn it back.
Took too long,
Captain
Captain
it up
Daly.
then for Romain Gibbons. McFarlane now. And again, the JC defenders, they're giving this boy, Andre McFarlane, absolutely no room within which to maneuver and operate.
Throwing to Waterford.
They would have seen him last week and before.
Here comes Higgins once again. Long throw number 6.
So they pretty much know what he can do.
Oh, a flat direct throw this time.
Marlon Higgins, the captain Rohan Daly. Back with Waterford now. Danger not yet averted. This is Higgins now. He's shaped to shoot. He does. Just veering by the upright.
Sensible use of the ball by number 9, Marlon Higgins for Waterford. Has been throwing it long and his players has not been getting full advantage. Saw the space as the defensive unit backed away. Darted that throw hard, low, flat into his teammate's leg. Still, the shot couldn't come off. He took the right advantage and drove that left foot shot, but went into the side netting.
So we have gone 28.5 minutes. 0-0 between JC and Waterford. JC on the attack now in dark blue.
His
Waterford.
long throws reminiscent of a Camperdown and Boystown player of former year McLean.
Thomas McLean.
Thomas McLean.
Yes.
Thomas McLean. Yeah.
Yes. He had those long loping throws.
Yes, with big, good results for both his teams at Camperdown and Boystown. Thomas McLean.
Absolutely.
Played also nationally for Jamaica.
You have a man like Rory Delap of Stoke City in the Premiership. he can produce them as well.
Yes, and we are seeing him just what, about 3 decades later after Thomas McLean.
They ended 1-1 today, Stoke and Manchester City.
Missed a lot of goals, I understand, in that game, Stoke City. Ricardo Fuller amongst the persons who didn't convert.
Hearing some reports that Carlos Tevez, the Argentine international, says he is fed up with football. He has no appetite again. Messam is a man that has some appetite now for Jamaica College. Oh, that was close again, ominously close. Goalkeeper Michael Harrison has been called upon on so many occasions. Well, he pretty much had that one covered, but again, another warning from Jamaica College.
Yeah, three attacking players. Messam again on the left hand, low to the near post. Nicholas Scott, will come into picture. A left foot scoop, not really a slap or a firm attempt, and it just went wide of the near post. 2 other Jamaica College players close by. Offside called, signal but not called.
Give you an update from Brandcourt in a short while, because something interesting is happening up there. Pausing the action here, let's tell you that it is Lennon 1, St. Elizabeth Technical 0. Wonder how many minutes have gone there.
That's early in the second half.
That we're in the second half, early second half action, yes. Lennon 1, St. Elizabeth Technical 0, and at Jarrett Park, Rossies 2, St. James High 1. Here at the office, it's 30.5 minutes gone. JC 0, Waterford 0. Telling you earlier about some reports about Carlos Tevez saying he has lost the appetite for football, and reports as well that he wants to leave Manchester City for Barcelona when the January transfer window opens.
That's hilarious, isn't
the report said he was on the verge of giving up football.
So it's not football. He wants to move
no
from one
appetite.
club to another. Here comes another Higgins long throw.
Waterford on the attack once again now. Rohan Daly and Gary Winter to the rescue for Jamaica College. So we hit the half-an-hour mark. Rohan Daly now. He can test the custodian from this angle as well. Another cushioned effort from Kim Marley Biggs. Saw one similar from him a few moments ago, but this one,
before he tried to hit it on goal, went wide. This time trying to steer it back across goal for his strike partner, and just going into the arms of Winter.
Told you earlier, these two teams have met twice this season. 1-1 at JC in the preliminary round, group stage, and then when they went to Waterford for the return, Waterford prevailed at 1-0 there. That was a match Issa was saying was of academic interest, but Waterford insisted they wanted to play that match. They did play the match, prevailed 1-0 and topped their preliminary round group. JC has been red hot in the second round of the Manning Cup. Hot shots and advancing either team all the way to the grand finale.
And just looking back at that statement that you just mentioned from Carlos Tevez, each year he has switched to a new team and now doing well at Manchester City.
Well, it were really some reports. They didn't really quote the player directly, so I wonder sometimes how accurate these reports are.
So true.
But you'd want to think that they're coming from some sources close, if not closer to the player.
Well, let's see, because they have agents and they have assistants and they have people who talk up transfer talks, and that sounds like somebody is looking for a big money transfer for Carlos Tevez while
exactly,
he's hot.
yes. January around the corner.
Yep.
And here comes Jamaica College now. Waterford called upon again for a defensive assignment. They got the job done then. All right.
So Waterford has come under some amount of pressure for the first 33 minutes or so of the game, and their defensive organization holding up, doing well. Goalkeeper Harrison preventing anything that has penetrated defense from going beyond him, beyond the goal line, and giving Jamaica College an advantage. 6 attempts on goal from Jamaica College so far, and no goals yet. 3 attempts from Waterford, no goals yet for them.
Andre Powell has it now for Jamaica College. He's driving this one down the park. Theo Campbell wants to take charge. Can he? Yes, he does. Walker skips away from one. That was well done. Just danced away from his opponents. Just a nice swivel of the hips, Ashani Walker. This boy has skills.
And then being attended by his defensive marker and intercepted. And play and foul called against Ashani Walker for reacting after that ball was taken away from him by the big number 16 for Waterford, Andre Johnson. And he's the man looking out for the attacking forays by Walker this afternoon.
Very clear as the day. Campbell back with Waterford now. Marlon Higgins. And Theodore Thomas was in there as well.
Another sniff by this Waterford team. Very simple, not as decorated and as classic in their ball movement and ball artistry as Jamaica College, but getting that ball, stopping you coming forward in attack. Their defensive unit works well together as a cohesive unit, and they look quickly to get that counter-attack. Look at this ball, for instance. Look how much space and time this player has with ball, and they're getting it to their attacking players and then playing 1-2s to try and finish. Simple but effective.
Quite effective it can be. Biggs, McFarlane and Thomas. Three-man combination trying to pull the strings. Eat at the heart of the Jamaica College defense. Darren Britton has it now for Waterford. Has a few blue shirts going forward. Driving one towards the target. That was well done. Romain Gibbons.
And well handled by Winter.
Midfield role. Yes, well handled by Gary Winter in goal for Jamaica College.
Good technique there by Winter. He's on his back, and if we could just see that shot and that save again, you see the goalkeeper keeping both eyes on the ball, getting his body behind the ball, keeping his head above it, and just watching the ball come right into his grasp and holding on cleanly. And then when he had it, here it is, a big right foot shot, bang, going goal was flat, direct, off the ground, hands in the air, body behind the ball. You see the hands up. Now he's looking to distribute, but got a little bump. And we saw him a few games ago in the wars at the Prison Oval, and probably still just carrying the after effects of that injury or that hit he got, getting some treatment on the play. He goes down, and the medical team off. McDowell and Forbes come back on to the screen to pay attention to it. Here he is.
Isn't that wonderful? The JC doctor and the manager attending to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, you have the leaders of the group there, so the technical group can get a reading on the play from the medical staff, from the football managerial staff, if the player is okay, if a substitution needs to be made, or you can get direct decisions being made on the pitch, then relate to the bench, the communication factors put in place by Jamaica College.
Manager and doctor always on call. Waterford now trying to put the JC defense on call. Inching closer to the end of the first half, 37 minutes.
Yes, as Waterford slowly, gradually comes back into the game. Now, a lot of the game is being played in the Jamaica College half as against in the first 30 or 35 minutes.
A team which can be deadly on the counter-attack, though. We saw that a couple of movements ago.
Yes, both teams have that potency.
Two quality outfits. Waterford have it again. Andre McFarlane.
Shows a lot of confidence there. And you see the confidence building in Waterford. And now you see their main man coming to the play, just holding it and saying, well, I'm the boss as well. You have a boss with a left foot. We have a boss with a left foot. Let's see who's going to be the bigger boss on the day.
Well, JC may have 20 titles. They may be in existence for 200 and odd years. But I can tell you, Waterford certainly not being overawed by the occasion or the caliber of their opponents. They really believe they have a genuine chance of landing this coveted silverware. After all, a team must have some quality to have gotten to this stage of the competition.
Definitely.
You had about 40 teams starting out in early September.
Goalkeeper Winter asked to do a lot and doing it well.
Very confident on that occasion. A ill-directed clearance of the JC defenders' blocks.
And we have seen that from time to time from the Jamaica College defenders. Spencer's not very strong in the air. They may win the ball, but the ball is really there or thereabout, and they're not very clean and accurate in the air. And which is why I said Higgins and his long throw has some potential in attack for Waterford.
Waterford now on the defenders' blocks, under a bit of pressure then. Marlon Higgins to the rescue. Look at the Waterford bench, reserve players, the coaching staff. Floyd Coke and his assistant, Mikey Williams.
And again, just looking at Waterford, they're not hesitating. Each show, even here, they're taking it long. They're using the power that they have and the strengths that they have as an advantage, and they're trying to get as much yards on the play. Loses ball, Jamaica College in charge. Let's see, shot through.
Messam resetting affairs for Jamaica College then. Here they come now. Almost getting into a bit of a tangle as Shawnee Walker came into the mix as well. JC again. Kemar Prince. Walker now switching this time to the right side of the park. Thunderous challenge, but he manages to recover though. This is a Shawnee Walker now into the waiting palms of Mikhail Harrison. But he did wonderfully well then, a Shawnee Walker.
Yes, he did, showing his experience from playing in the under-21 league and at a higher level, and at this level, at this stage more often. He was blocked on the first time by the man, the number 16, Johnson. Ball drifted away from Johnson and the other player from Waterford, but Shawnee Walker was first on his feet, got the ball, headed goalwards. That was his mission. Completed his mission with this left-footed shot at goal. Again, Harrison, the man with the big arms.
Well, what Waterford did there was almost ultra dangerous, giving a Shawnee Walker so much space in that danger area.
They didn't give him, he took it. That's the difference. You give him an inch, he takes a yard, and that's how good a player he is. And you have to be careful all the time.
The phone has been vibrating regularly. I presume this is another update we're getting now. Rossies, well, they're leading 2-1. That's still the update, but it says they're dominating the action at Jarrett Park. That's the semi-final. They're leading St. James High 2-1, and it's Lennon leading Stets 1-0 at Brand Court in the other semi-final. Keep you posted with these two matches. This is Jamaica College now. Theo Campbell is trying something fancy. Really didn't come off though. Back with Waterford now. What can they do? This is Brensley Robinson. Charged away off the defenders' blocks by Jamaica College. Thomas for Waterford. They have an opportunity now, Waterford.
So Waterford again in a high position. They have been working their way forward, and again here Spencer. They have the kick. They have the ball, they have the position, they are faced in the direction they want to, and they're trying to see if they can get another effort here on target.
Andre Johnson, the big central midfielder, standing behind this one, masterminding affairs in tandem with Theodore Thomas. It's Thomas all along the surface. Walker has it now. Chance for the counter-attacking move to be orchestrated by Jamaica College, and here they come now. The left side of the park. Good challenge coming in though. Theodore Thomas. Good tracking by Thomas. Shawnee Walker now. Slips this one through dangerously now. JC look ominous when they come forward down the middle of the park. Rohan Daly, the Waterford captain now.
Well done, Captain Daly.
Well done, restoring an air of calm. Very cool, very collective, holding his nerves. Messam now drives it forward for Jamaica College. So we make it just about 2 minutes to go in regulation time. Unofficially, that is. I reckon we'll have about a minute and a half or two being added on. Neither team pretty much well aware then that they're approaching the end of the first half. But how many times have we seen teams taking the lead on the stroke of half time? Either team would love to do so in this assignment. Really holding his ground. Shawnee Walker. We have referee Ali Mackenzie.
And his assistant, assistant referee just to our right here, but saying to Walker, do not get entangled with the player unnecessarily. Do not breach the trust we have given to you. Goal kick to Waterford.
What are we hearing from Brandcourt now? What is Mr. Keith Campbell telling me? This may be frightening. Lennon 2, Stets 0. Goodness gracious. What's happening at Brandcourt, Clyde?
Well, Lennon are scoring goals. And if Stets wants to compete, they better score as well. Simple football.
Well, Andrew Edwards talked of a storm.
He better come
with
back
CVM
if he's behind
Sports.
too. That's what football
He
is
said
about.
Lennon were shaking in their boots and so on.
Well, they
They
must
were
have
nervous,
stopped
he
shaking
said.
once or twice.
Well, it's Lennon turning the screws at Brandcourt from all indications.
That's the game of football. That's sports for you. Everything can happen. It's who wants to make it happen and who will make it happen. Not the name that you have, not what you say before the game. It's what you do.
Absolutely, what you do on the day. Who executes better on the day? Who converts the chances? Who makes less mistakes or fewer mistakes? That's what it's all about. Waterford now trying to show what they're about. Palmed away in time.
Flag
Larry
on the
Winter.
play for offside.
So we're into time. How did I make it now? Still the deadlock. Wonder what either coach will say to their team at the interval, having seen the first 45 minutes. Pretty decent contest. No fireworks yet. Nothing spectacular.
Oh, that's a late challenge. Right in front
First
of the
yellow
referee.
card of the match.
Johnson
It goes
against
to
Walker.
Andre Johnson.
Predictably.
Big central midfielder for Waterford, picking up the first yellow card of the match. There's a challenge. Taking down little Shawnee Walker.
At the half line. Just at the stroke of halftime. They're there again. Sort of a David against Goliath in the reverse.
Taking out the engine of the JC team for a few seconds.
Referee Mackenzie has a quiet word. Johnson, quite rightly.
Here comes JC again now. Campbell.
Good attempt. Hot it does his chest, and Prince has stamped his class in the middle of the park for a player who has just come into number 16 there for Jamaica College. Took it on his chest and kicked it on with the right foot on the volley, just looping behind the goal.
Expecting to hear the whistle. There we go. The end of the first half in the Manning Cup final here at the National Stadium. JC 0, Waterford 0. We have another 45 minutes to go. Possibly extra time and possibly penalty kicks and possibly sudden death penalties. Once again from the Da Costa Cup, Rocys 2, St. James 1, Lennon 2, St. Elizabeth Technical 0 at Brandcourt. And in terms of the statistics here in this final, in terms of the shots on target, 5 by Jamaica College, 2 for Waterford. Shots off target, 4 for JC, 3 for Waterford. In terms of the corner kicks, 2 to JC, 1 to Waterford. Number of infringements committed by either team, 1 yellow card so far that came on the stroke of half time, and it went to Andre Johnson of Waterford High, and either team being caught in the offside trap on 2 occasions. So it's 0-0 then. Teams going to their respective dressing rooms, and they will look to regroup and reset the whole thinking, the whole approach to this grand finale. 0-0 between Waterford and Jamaica College at the stadium. We're going to toss it now to Master Control, and we'll be back with much more at the stadium. welcome you back to the National Stadium. It's half-time between Jamaica College and Waterford. It's 0-0. We're going to be looking back at the highlights. The fans enjoying themselves during the break, and I'm quite sure, wondering what's in store for the second half. That's the Waterford aggregation camped out in the grandstand, or that section of the grandstand, and JC having their fair share of support as well. But we would have seen the first 45 minutes, Clyde. And you look at the approach now for the second half. What does either team do?
Well, Jamaica College has said that they want to attack. Attack they have so far. Waterford has been just a little bit more reserved, playing in defensive, keeping their defensive network well coordinated, staving off the attacks that have been put on them by Jamaica College. Fast and furious. Goalkeeper Harrison, a clear standout in goal for Waterford, and at the opportune moments are launching good counter-attack. Higgins with his long throw, a threat in attack, and as always Andre McFarlane for them, there or thereabout.
Talking about those numerous attacks, they really came fast and furious from Jamaica College at certain segments of the first half. Theo Campbell, Ashani Walker and company, well, they really kept Michael Harrison very, very busy, didn't they? At the other end, Andre McFarlane, Theodore Thomas, and the captain Rohan Daly threaded the strings for Waterford. JC were forcing the initiative from all angles. That was their second corner kick of the match. Andre Messam, another player who has been all over the shop for Jamaica College. He's playing left full back, but he's been so busy in tandem with Walker and Theo Campbell, really orchestrating and trying to dissect the Waterford defensive unit. That's the main engine for the JC lineup. Ashani Walker, the captain, calling Harrison into action then. And those are among the highlights for the first half here at the National Stadium. JC 0, Waterford 0. The two teams have played each other twice, as we said earlier in the season, so they would have known a bit about each other, despite the fact that either coach has said we should disregard what happened in those two matches. The JC assistant coach Delroy Brown went a step further, Clyde. He has said the whole makeup, the composition of the teams would have changed. The whole makeup composition of the teams would have changed. And he has said we shouldn't put too much weight and too much emphasis on that those two first assignments.